Well, that was fun. That was really fun. Thanks. I appreciate that. It was your script, and I was just, doing what the director was telling me to. But that was a lot of fun to shoot, even though I made to look like a creep.
I'm looking forward to that teacup pig wrestling footage.
Australian.
Australian teacup pig wrestling footage. I'm looking forward to that show airing on Channel 15.
It'll be unique, to say the least.
Yes. But most importantly was about the cameras, and it's really true. We have our classes that we offer here, and then we take you get certified in the class, and then the equipment is free for you to use. But something to keep in mind is that when you are checking out gear during this time of the year, it's winter, it's really, really cold here. You just want to keep in mind of those best practices.
Every year we go through the same stuff, making sure the cameras are kept at a warm temperature, are kept safe. They aren't kept in a car, they're being operated. Even when you just have them outside for a little while, if it's too cold, it can be dangerous to the equipment.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that people got to just keep in mind that they have to treat it like it's their own equipment. You wouldn't leave your own expensive cameras in your car in the middle of winter when it's freezing, and if you're outside shooting, sometimes you have to shoot outside in the winter, and you just want to make sure you're not out there too long, especially if it's really, really cold, and just treat the gear like it's your own.
And a couple years ago, Nikki and Nathan and I made a segment about just that, not only best practices, but also some tools SCC has to help you with the winter shooting, suggestions about not white balancing on snow, things like that. So we thought this would be a good opportunity to re-air that segment. So next we'll be showing the winter shooting episode that we made in 2011.
Frigid temperatures can be very damaging to our gear, especially our cameras. A good rule of thumb is if it's too cold for you, it's probably too cold for the camera too. And while it's okay to transport gear in your vehicle, be sure it's inside with you and not in a truck bed. And never store any items in a vehicle long term. Cameras can't withstand temperatures below freezing for long periods of time. Cold temperatures cause condensation that forms inside the gears of the camera and on the tapes that can cause irreversible damage to your equipment and your footage. Leaving gear in an unattended vehicle also puts it at risk for theft. Don't forget that you are responsible for all equipment you check out. Other field production gear like mic kits or lights are susceptible to winter weather damage from cold and snow as well. If you have to set them down on the ground, be sure to place a trash bag, tarp, or a blanket between the gear and the ground. Anything that's going to separate the gear from getting soaked or dirty. Remember, camera bags are not waterproof. If your shoot will put the camera out in the elements, rain or snow, it's a good idea to check out a camera rain jacket. While these jackets are not weather resistant, they will provide a little bit of protection to the camera body from water and wind. If the weather is too severe, you may want to move inside. But if you have to be outdoors in the weather, bring something large like an umbrella to cover you and the gear. Although it may seem like a great idea, do not white balance on snow. Snow's actually blue and will throw off the colors of your shot. Always use a white balance board or a piece of blank white paper to white balance. Be sure to take special care of SCC gear during these winter months. If anything gets damaged, then no one can use it. Keep the gear safe, warm, and dry, but don't forget to keep yourself safe, warm, and dry too. These winter temperatures are serious, and snow can cause a lot of damage to... Hey!